doesn't want to joke about it. I do. I told you, you didn't want to listen to me. You talked about me when I said it. I told your dumb ass, look at you now. Then you know what's more is that she did it on Instagram. She don't even got the courtesy tucked away, keep it low, say we're going to handle this like adults and co-parent. I told you, nigga, and you tried to play me.
Y'all might need to get y'all pen and paper ready too, because this one's kind of live. You got to follow me. So there's a woman named Joie Chavis. Joy is at this point, we could just call her a professional rich ninja's baby mama. Because she got a baby by rapper Bow Wow, rapper Future, and she just announced that she was pregnant by Trevon Diggs, who is a professional athlete.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. So as you guys saw by the first initial videos that were playing, there's a situation where Joie Chavis, who is an entrepreneur, she has a lot of her own businesses. She's also the baby mother of rapper Bow Wow. She has a child with rapper Future, and now she is she was in a relationship with NFL player Trevon Diggs, who is, I believe, about 10 or 11 years her junior. And she just announced on social media basically their breakup, right? So there was some kind of female fan who commented under one of her posts and was basically like, you know, hey, what's going on with Trevon? I realized that he's not in any of the baby shower pictures. And, Joy responded in which she was basically saying like, okay, it's obvious, whatever, right? And before I get into stating the obvious about this entire conversation, one of the main things that I have a really hard time figuring out is why in this day and age, with so much knowledge, with so many situations on display, with knowing everything that goes on in life, why women, with inflation being so high, okay, why women are choosing to be single mothers. I'm having a really hard time understanding why, again, women are choosing to put themselves in situations when they are having to be single mothers. I talk about it all the time, and I think that it is necessary to even talk about again, where, the same conversations where we have of saying, women keep women single. That also rings true for the fact that women are the ones who stand in the gap and perpetuate the baby mama culture. You have women who are social media influencers, right? Who are using their level of influence to show their life, to exploit, to expose all the things that they have going on. And, they are in these positions where they are showing like, oh, it's so easy to be a single mom. It's cool. I'm doing my thing, and I can go from this man to that man, and I can go from that man to this man. And, I'm not getting any rings from the situation. I'm not garnering anything else besides his seed. And then what happens is that you have women who are not in the same tax bracket, who are not dealing with men of a certain caliber, who are then perpetuating the same cycle because you have 3 children by 3 different people. And so they believe that it is normal or cool or not a big deal for them to then do the same exact thing. And again, with inflation so high, I am having a hard time understanding why women are choosing to be single mothers. Beyond, before we get into the intricate details of the necessity of having a father in their life and in the home, before we even get into that, I'm trying to understand why women would want to burden themselves with having to, juggle all things by themselves, with having little or no help, with having the financial burden, with having to, be there to be the emotional stability, the caretaker, the all of the stability, all of these things by themselves when it is such a hard task to do. We have heard it time and time again of women talking about how they have been in those situations and they themselves don't understand why other women glorify the fact that they are single mothers.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex. And this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife.
Now, apparently, in this situation, a lot of people are saying that, she, is a gold digger or whatever, in which she actually did a Q&A on her channel, and she actually spoke about that and gave her rendition of the payout and how things go when it comes to her situation.
I feel like a lot of people say that, and I'm not a gold digger. I'm not a gold digger. I've worked since I was 15. Like, I take care of my kids. I don't get any child support.
But regardless of the situation that she is in, whether there is people who are providing you child support or not, whether there is actual court documents in place or not, knowing that they are of a certain caliber, would know that they are going to somehow, in some way, shape, or form, whether you went to the courthouse or not, going to have to be there for their children financially. And it's also like it's not a good rendition to say, that they're not on child support, because at any day or any time that card can be drawn. And being that those are their children, they are going to have to do something about that situation. The fact that women are the ones who are in control of who is born into the world would believe me to believe that these things are choices. If you're in a relationship or a long-term relationship and you get pregnant one time, okay, cool. But when you go back a second and a third time, and these are new relationships, and worse, the fact that when she was in a relationship with Rapper Future, he blatantly said that they were never even in a relationship. They were cool. They were friends.
I don't look at Joy something like I look at you. Joy was me and Joy always been friends, super cool. Like, people don't even know that me and her was just always been super cool to the point where we still could be cool right now. I don't look at her like something I love. I never loved her like that. She know that I never loved her. I never been like told her I love you. You know?
Just so happened to partake in intimacy and a child was born. But even so, when you get into the next relationship for the third time, it is going to make people believe that this is some kind of security blanket. Because it's not like you don't know how fertile you are. It's not like you don't know that you are capable of having children. It's not like you don't know the ramifications to take if you did not want these situations to happen. That's just being honest. And again, it is setting the tone and the example for other people who are looking up to these situations to think, oh, it's not a big deal. It's cool. It's not a problem. And I want to say this, right? It's something that I always say. I have to say it again. I understand that all single mothers are not created equally, right? There are single mothers because, they are a widower, their husband is away, deployed. Maybe there are situations where it was a very toxic, unhealthy environment. There's certain situations that have required women to be single mothers, right? However, I don't know anyone who knowingly is putting themselves in these positions unless they feel like there is some kind of benefit. Because again, there's so many women who come out and say, I don't know why these people are glorifying it, because it's tough. It's hard. It's not easy. We've already covered the statistics on how children are affected if their father is not around within their relationship. And if you are procreating with people who you are, one, not even in a relationship with, but two, you are, it's not stable ground. It's not like there's two people who are committed to each other and then procreating and then having children. You are setting yourself up for the situation. The last child is not even born yet, and the relationship is already over. What I found interesting was that in her Q&A, she said something along the lines of, that she is not going to be doing certain wifely duties.
I don't have that much time to spend because my kids come first, and until you put a ring on my finger, I am not about to be just spending all my time with you cooking and cleaning. No, I'm not doing wife duties no more.
How ironic is that she would say that when she did the ultimate thing for a man, which is procreate and give him a child. You literally, you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you don't want to play house, but you're going to play mom? That's where you draw the line in the sand? You draw the line when it comes to cooking and cleaning, but not in procreating with these people? I don't get it. And again, it is, even if these children have their parents or whatever are around, when it is not that same kind of foundational relationship between the two of you. And also, if we want to get even deeper of how it will affect children, you see, when children are not from, they don't have the same siblings, right? They have siblings from their dad and they have a sibling from their mom, but they don't have that sense of identity within themselves. So you have 3 different bloodlines in one household. Just think about that. And it creates a separation. This one's going to their dad's house. This one's going to their dad's house. This one's going to their dad's house. And then this one feels included over here. This one's included over there. This one's included over there. It's not about, going with the flow or just going with how you feel. It's thinking about how it's going to affect the children in the moment. If we're going to be honest, I don't believe that she felt that there was going to be some kind of marriage out of the relationship with this football player who was 10 or 11 years her junior, who already had 3 kids prior. I think she was quite aware of the situation and how it was going to play out. And again, saying that you don't get child support does not prove anything, because you can always draw that card as a safety net whenever you need to.
If, their father wants to do things for them and then they do that on their own time, if they want to, hey, here's some money for this or that, or, whatever.
There's a lot of other women who look up to these situations and don't realize that this person has a team, right? Where this person is procreating with these men of high caliber and can afford a nanny and can afford help. The women who are looking up to these situations are doing this and don't have that. All the help in the world, all the nannies in the world, all the people around in the world are not going to, X out the need for the presence of mother and father, especially father, because as statistics have shown, a child who grows up in the house with their father is no different than a child that grows up in a household with with both parents. The only difference that they see in children is when children grow up in single parent, single mother households. That's where they see a lot of people who are, in relation to crime, in relation to problems, in relation to how it affects their mental health. Think about that. How powerful the father is, that he can create and give the child a sense of identity that even the mother who gave birth to the child cannot do. Think about that. I think that, we're in a society now where people, they clap and they parade around for all these baby showers for people who are procreating and have multiple baby daddies. And, oh, that's so amazing. And, oh, it's so cool. And, oh, it's so foundational. But then when it comes to relationships and marriages, they want to tear them apart and tear them down. Yeah, Simone Biles, who is trying to do things in the right direction, in the right manner. Her husband says one thing, they want her to divorce him. But in the other hand, somebody like in this situation will get pregnant and they'll clap for them. That makes no sense. And again, I feel like it definitely sends the wrong messages out there. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.